Action of LowKick MMA, Robbie Ring, who returns to action August 22nd of week 3 of Dana White's Contender Series. Robbie, how are you?
I'm doing well. Happy to be talking to you again.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Pleasure's always mine. About 2 weeks away. How you feeling?
Oh, I feel great. I've definitely had a great fight camp. Got about a week's left of work to go, and then it's just time to put it all together.
After you knocked out Joshua in April, did you figure you were going to go to the Contender Series, or were you still optimistic?
I figured that I would get the opportunity to compete on the Contender Series. There's a lot of guys trying to get on to that event, though. I mean, this is the next step to making it to the big leagues. So everybody, when the Contender Series starts, all your regional pros are trying to get on that show. I felt like I had a good chance with my record to get a call. I didn't think it was going to be this early in the season. I'm one of the first people to get to go. So when I got the call, I was still a little shocked, but I knew that my hard work would pay off.
I talked to you after you beat Jacob Kilburn, which was a very big win for you. So I didn't talk to you after you knocked out Josh. How did you feel about that performance?
It was I had a late change in opponents that fight. I was originally supposed to fight a guy named Corey Delaney. I ended up fighting Corey Delaney's teammate, who also had a fight that fell through on that same card. So we actually got matched up a day before weigh-ins because we were both already licensed with the state of Tennessee. We both wanted to compete. All the film that I watched on him in that short amount of time led to me believing that he was going to want to stand up and fight. But he ended up going for a takedown immediately. Kind of caught me off guard. He finished the takedown. It was a well timed takedown. But I ended up persevering and getting the job done. So it was a little, the change in opponent kind of threw me off a little bit, but I knew that I had to go in there and take care of business, and I ended up still getting it done.
Where were you when you got the call that you were going to be fighting on the Contender Series?
So I just got done with MMA practice, and I was sitting in the living room with my wife, and I get a call from my manager, Jason House with Iridium Sports, and he said, "You ready to go? Contender Series, week 3. We got an opportunity for you." And I looked over at my wife, and I told her, and she was shocked. We got up, started hugging because we knew that this is my opportunity to show the world how hard that I've been working.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. Well, let's talk about it, dude. Fighting Luis. How do you like the matchup?
I think that it's a great matchup for me. Most people who follow me know that I like the ground. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I feel comfortable on the ground. I feel like I have great takedowns. So, and Luis, his style, it's very entertaining style. I know that he's got a lot of people who follow him, and he's a brawler, and everybody likes a brawler, but the worst matchup for somebody that just wants to stand and bang is somebody that can put them on their back and control the fight. So personally, I think that this is a great matchup for me. It's a classic striker versus grappler, and as you know, you get somebody who's good on the ground and can put you there. It could be a long night for them. So I like the matchup.
So obviously, you see a very clear path to victory, right? Like it's ground game. He's just like you explained.
Yeah, I'm not telling you anything that he doesn't know. I'm sure he's watched film on me too. He knows that I'm going to go in there and put him on his back. But I pride myself in being able to do that, even though he's expecting it. So we've been working hard this fight camp. I've improved. I've made tons of improvements. So I just got to go in there and put it all together.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it's a very, very um, fun fight. He has an 86% finish rate. You have a 100% finish rate. So, I mean, it's going to be a finish one way or another. So this fight was basically made for the Contender Series. Um, so I mean, obviously you're looking to keep your 100% finish rate, correct?
Oh yeah, the boss man's there. Dana White's going to be in the building. I've got to go out there and get a finish for him. I know what Dana White likes, and he said it multiple times that he likes fighters that go out there and look to finish the fight. So on the feet, of course, I'm going to be throwing for his chin, and on the ground, I'll hit him with some ground and pound and look for an opening with my submissions. The main thing for this fight is, he's a heavy hitter and he's sneaky with his punches. He's long, he's taller than me, so I have to fight a good, smart fight. But with that being said, I'm going to fight smart, but also look for that finish.
How excited are you to fight in Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world?
Man, oh, don't even get me started on Las Vegas. I got to go out there about 4 weeks ago for some press type stuff, and man, I'm from the Appalachian Mountains here in Virginia. It's nothing like Las Vegas. Everybody in Las Vegas is a fight fan. I mean, you see the UFC billboards on every single hotel. You see the UFC headquarters. I mean, it was just mesmerizing that they support fighting the way they do. I'm not used to that in my area here on the East Coast. There's not too many UFC um, there's UFC fans, but they don't support it like they do out west. I'll put it that way. So I'm just so excited to get to fight in Las Vegas. I never, as a kid, I always dreamed of it, but now it's coming into reality that I'm getting ready to step inside of that UFC octagon.
At the end of the day, August 22nd, week 3 of Dana White's Contender Series, how do you get your hand raised?
By any means necessary. I'm going out there and I'm leaving it all in the cage that night. I mean, this is my one shot to change my life, my family's life, all of my teammates' life, and really my entire area of my hometown in Withville, Virginia. We've not had professional athletes fight at this level, so I'm fighting for more than just myself. I'm fighting for my family. I'm fighting for my gym and my hometown. So I'm leaving it all in the cage that night.
You got a bunch of people on your shoulders ready to go with you. Finally, for any of the casual fan who doesn't watch regional MMA and who hasn't watched you fight, describe your fight style and just sell yourself, bro.
Yeah, well, I've been telling people I'm an old school fighter. I might be 23 years old, but I'm old school. The system that my dad has taught me is from the early days. We've made improvements to some of the techniques and stuff, but it's still that old school smash mouth MMA style, taking somebody down, pounding on them, looking for the finish, and that's what I love. That's what MMA is to me. Is you have to be good at every single aspect of the fight game. It's not just a kickboxing fight. It's not just a wrestling match. This is MMA fighting, and I pride myself on being well rounded in all areas. So if you're wanting to see a seasoned MMA fighter, you'll like Robbie Ring because I like to put it all together.
I mean, and plus Robbie Ring, bro. It just rolls off the
It
tongue.
it rolls off of the tongue. Razor Robbie Ring, that just it flows good.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Say, you get this contract. Do you want to fight one more time this year, or are you gonna not even thinking that far?
Oh yeah, if I win this contract on August 22nd, I want them to put me on prelims. I want them whatever they want. I mean, you worked that hard to get that UFC contract. I want to step foot in some arena somewhere in America, out of the country. I want to get in there. I've dreamed of this moment for ever since I was just a little boy. So I want the experience.
Awesome. Robbie, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. If you want to plug your social media, any sponsors, and if you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
Thank you. First off, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Lots of times people, you work so hard, and of course, it's the individual uh, putting in the work. But really, I have to thank my Lord and Savior for keeping me on the straight and narrow path to getting to where I'm at today. And I have no doubt in my mind that I'm just going to keep on rising. Just a few sponsors of mine: Varney Construction, Chris Fox at Berkshire Hathaway Realty, Into You Hemp Company, Choice Physical Therapy. Thank you all so much. These people that I just named, they haven't just supported me when I got the Contender Series call. They've supported me when I was just my first professional fight on the regional scene. So they've been with me from the start. My team, my parents, Ring Combat Sports. It's a family ran gym. My mom and dad's been doing this a long time, and I'm going to be the first one to compete at this highest level for them. So I'm going to go show out. And then if you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook at Razor Robbie Ring, and I'm on Instagram as well at Razor Rob MMA.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.